what I think it is?
Nope, that's just wax.
Cool. Oh.
That's the new one in the plastic. See on the back section here where it got squished down, I'm sure that's where it lost its seal. When assembled, become 2 faucet handles. These handles loose and you'd think they'd sell a complete assembly, but no such luck. And you can't, for faucet handles and stuff, a lot of people think that they can just get new handles and kind of dress up something. Unless it's that brand and that specific model, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Is it like the, I mean, I imagine this part is universal, but that part's kind of proprietary.
Yeah, and even these parts, they're all proprietary for the most part. They just they don't offer a lot of options. Faucet trim has to fit the same manufacturer's rough, which is the part that goes in the wall, or in this case in the tub. But sometimes they use one rough valve for many different trims. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you can change the handles to change the look or change the finish of something, as long as you stick with the same manufacturer. It's something Moen does a lot. They have, one or two valves that take a lot of different trims. So that's why it's always a popular brand to use and recommend, because people can change the look of it a couple years down the line if they want to update their kitchen or bathroom. Not having to spend a bunch of money. Push it. Got it.
There you go.
Yay!
Got a career in blind hanging.
Yep.
Is it in?
Yep.
Hooray!
Looks good. Beautiful.
Perfect. Plumber / blind installer.
A little patience and it goes real well.
There's a after hours call. Let me see if this guy's ready.
Okay. It was a pretty substantial leak, I would think. Usually when it's leaking out from underneath, it's a wax seal issue. I just want to confirm that. Sometimes it's also something that's leaking from the tank that drips down and looks like a wax seal issue. Oh, that seems to be a wax seal issue. I see it coming out right now. A lot of times with the plunger, the wax seal is just that, it's a piece of wax. When the toilet sits on it, it squishes down. Sometimes if it's plunged really hard, it'll push the wax seal out of the way. It'll cause a leak. Another sign of a bad wax seal is you'll get a sewer gas smell sometimes.
that what I think it is?
Nope, that's just wax.
Cool. Oh.
That's the new one in the plastic. See on the back section here where it got squished down, I'm sure that's where it lost its seal. They're impregnated with cleaning solution.
Impregnated.
So they're basically like wet wipes for men.
Okay.
Yeah, they're for mechanics and plumbers and that kind of thing.
So like shop towels plus Lysol.
Yeah, basically they're dampened with it. That could be another opportunity for anybody to get under here and clean real well. So while I'm here, I take care of that. Yep.
Delicious. Got that on camera. So it just goes like that, pretty much.
Yep, that's it. And so it sits on that.
Flattens
When it
out.
gets here, it flattens out, and then it's the seal is done. Problem is sometimes people have a toilet that rocks,
So
and the thing with wax is once it's squished, there's
it doesn't go
no
back.
elasticity to it, so it doesn't come back. So that's when you'll get a leak. So it's important that your toilet doesn't rock. They make some new ones that I use. Sometimes they're no wax seal. It's no wax, it's foam rubber. And it's a little more forgiving. And it's actually reusable.
But does it have like a shorter lifespan than wax? Or
No,
just newer technology?
it's just newer technology. With this being slightly below the tile floor, you want to use a thicker wax. So this is an extra thick wax. Usually this flange sits up on top of the floor, so it brings it closer to the toilet, so you don't need as much wax in there. So this application, that's the best thing for it. See how easy that was? It's not. It never goes on the first time. It's never that easy. But you gotta win one once in a while.
There you go.
That tank is loose. See how the tank moves? The bowl doesn't. There's not much that's going to be done for the tank tightness. I'll make sure it's snug enough. Tanks are designed, rather. It used to be the old bolts went through the tank and then down through the bowl. And they connected, but these new ones have a metal mount underneath that the bolts go in. And once the bolts are tight, they're tight, and there's nothing you can do about tightening a tank.
The wax is like an immediate seal, or you have to let it sit?
No, it's immediate. Generally, the wax is not under any pressure either. Just around the outskirts, and the water kind of usually flows right by it and never has contact with it, other than a little bit of splashing. The times when there is contact with it is if there's a clog beyond the toilet and you plunge it. If you plunge it really hard, you'll push the wax out, especially if the clog is beyond the toilet. And then there's water backed up in there and it's kind of under more pressure. But generally the wax is under no pressure. The fill valve is going to fill the tank as fast as it's going to go. Some of them have screens in the bottom that'll get plugged, and sometimes you can shut the water off and disconnect that and clean that out and get it to fill up faster. The hose that comes off of the fill valve always has to go. Sometimes there's a round tube and the water flow needs to flow into that round tube, or in this case there's a connection where it goes. There's water flowing through this while there's water filling the tank. And while that's happening, the water flowing in here is actually what refills the bowl, and it also rinses the sides down, so it helps keep it clean. Some people will pull this out and direct it into the tank to make the tank fill faster, but then the bowl doesn't get enough water, and it doesn't flush properly, and it also doesn't scour the sides like it's supposed to. See, the water level in here is slowly rising because the water is flowing through this tube into there. And when this is full here, this will be full to the proper level here. Got the right amount of water in that, and the right amount of water in there. All set. All done. Another success.